Hi, this is Harini. Today, to our YouTube channel Code with Honey. Today, we are going to solve finding pass with a certain sum, which is July day 6 Leetcode challenge. So, finding pass with a certain sum is nothing but looks like a two-sum problem. The only thing that differs is they will be giving you an array, and we will be just finding the pass of whether the target exists or not. Here we will be finding number of count of that particular pass exist. Then the nums2 array will be keep on changing whenever they are calling the add operation. If you just look into this, so that's it, nothing. They'll be giving us two arrays, nums1 and nums2. So, and a positive integer, or whenever they are calling this add function, they'll be giving a value. So at that particular index, for example here they'll be giving the index, right? At particular index of nums2 we will be adding the corresponding value. Then in the count we will be checking any pass with ing and the corresponding values are equals to the total. This is the question. So now let's assume they have given this array 1 2 1 2. Maybe I can explain in this better. Okay, now let's take an example. What they have given: 1 1 2 2 2 3. This is nums1. Nums2 is 1 4 5 2 5 4. This is nums2. So initially they are calling the count operation of 7. So this is the total value. We should find ij equals to 7. Any nums of I, nums of j equals to 7. Nums of nums1 of I, nums2 of j. By adding that, we should be getting this 7. So we have to find out how many pairs of 7 exist. So if you see, this 2 plus 3 doesn't exist. Okay, 2 plus 5 is there now. So 2 plus 5, let's have 2 plus 5, 1 2 plus 5, another 2 plus 5, next third 2 plus 5, so 3. Okay, for this particular itself we are getting 3 2's, right? So for next another 2 plus another 5 is also exist. So for that again we will be generating another 3 sets. So 3 plus 3 6. Okay, for 2 plus 5. So then for this 4, for this 3 we have 2 4's. So that will be giving 2. So count of 7 should return 8. So this is how generally it works for count. So now let's assume they are calling add function of at index 3 we should add value 2. This is index, this is value. So at index 3, what is index 3? 1 2 0 3, right? So 2 plus 2, now this is updating to 4. Okay, now if you see again, if they call count of 7, what will be our answer? Already we know with we have 2 4's already. Now the 3, now the third, this also will be coming, right? So 6 2 plus 5 exists already, plus 3 plus 4 contributes to the total 7. So now the count of 7 is 9. But what another thing we should do? So yeah, that's it. Now let me explain that later. So what we will be doing whenever we are calling the count: for I in range length of nums1, correct? Then for j in range length of nums2, and we will be checking if nums of I star, sorry, nums of I plus nums of j equals to the total that they are giving, then we will be adding the count plus or equals to 1. So now it will be c, it will go into n into m, right? So which is basically how we can avoid this n cross m. So what we can do this, now if you see nums1 will be always constant, right? So nums of 2 only will be keep on changing. So any one of the array, if we store it into a hash map of what is that frequency, we can avoid one loop. Just we can call total minus whatever nums of I, we will be getting total minus nums 1 of I. Let's for that, if you have stored the frequency of nums 2 in an array, let's assume, okay, I'll write it separately. Let's assume we are storing the frequency of nums 2 in an array, right? So what are the frequency of nums 2? 1, 4, 5 we have. These are the three. Initially it would have been 2, right? 1, 2, 4, 5, because that we got updated. So 1 exists once, 2 exists once, 5 exists once, this existed for twice. So now for if whenever we are traversing through this ith low, okay, we don't need to traverse the j, right? We will be just checking, they will be giving us total already in def count, they will be passing us total. So what we will be doing, so num2 we know total minus nums of 1. So let's see if num2, this will call frequency map, okay? If num2 in frequency map, then we'll be defining the count as a 0 here. So count plus or equals to frequency map of num2. So this will go order of 1, right? If you know, right? So by counting this, we will be returning the count. Hope this clear. So that in for this the time complexity will be order of n. So another thing here, what it will come, since we would have counted this frequency map at the so if you look into this solution, so we would have counted the frequency map at the initial stage where the nums1 nums2 are formulated. So after, when you are adding as well, we are updating the value and index of the nums2, right? Here if you see, whenever we are adding, we will be updating the we should update the frequency. How we will be updating the frequency, we know, so at def add, so def init, what we will be having, we will be having nums1 nums2, right? So we will be just assign it to self, so that we can access in all the functions. So nums1 equals to nums1, so self dot nums2 equals to nums2, okay? So here we would have calculated any one frequency. Let's assume now we are calculating frequency of nums. So let's have this as a frequency map equals to counter of nums2. This is what this will have, the frequency count like this. So what we have to do, so whenever the def add function get calls, that will give us your index as well as the corresponding value where you have to update. So as per here, if you look into this, we have updated from 2 to 3 when this add of third index value is 2 gets add. So we will be just updating whatever the current value is 2 plus 2 equals to 4, that we are adding here, right? So the same way, now when the add is called, we have already frequency map that will have the previous value, right? Previous value equals to self dot frequency map of that part nums2 of index, right? So nums2 of index will give us the nums2 of index is nothing but the 2. Let's assume 1 4 5 2 4. Let's assume this was the value 0 1 2 3. We are calling 3 comma 2. So now nums of index is 2, right? So we will be updating the self. We are just getting that previous value here. So what we should do now, we will be updating the self dot nums2 of index. We are getting the index plus or equals to whatever the value they have given. So now this nums2 would have updated to 4, correct? So now we should delete this 4, right? So what we will be not deleting, basically we will be decrementing the count 1. If the count got 0, we will be deleting the key. So that's what we'll be doing. So now self dot frequency map of previous value minus or equals to 1 if it got 0. What we will be doing, we don't need to have the key, right? So delete self dot frequency map of previous value. That's what I'm doing. So now 1 minus 1 got 0. We will be going to delete the 2 from the frequency map that we did. Now what we are going to do, we will be adding the new frequency, right? So what I'm going to do now, self dot frequency map of, now the same nums we have updated to the nums of index, right? So you can do straight away nums2 of index plus or equals to 1, right? That's it. Maybe if the index, so index if it does exist or doesn't exist, since you are using a counter, right, it will always have default dict. So you can straight away give plus or equals to 1. Normally it will have the value as 0, so that even you don't need to delete a key like this as well. But why we are deleting the key? So that length storage will not have more. So that's why we are deleting the key. Since why we are doing plus or equals to 1, because it will have a default dict. Default dict is automatically it will create a key. So that's what, whenever we are adding, this is how it will work. So now if you see 4 frequency would have got updated to 3. So the same. So now the counter when it comes, so 2 got deleted. Now for from this frequency map, if you see the nums1 is nothing but 1 1 triple 2 3, right? 1 1 triple 2 3. So this 2 3, actually 2 5 exist, right? Okay. So for this, whenever we are traversing for IE in range, for this 2 we will be updating the count. Frequency map exists. So for this 2, what are the values of 5 2 5s? So 2 5s exist, right? So whenever this 2 comes, so we will be updating this count equals to initial. Let's have the count here. So when first this 2 comes, we will be updating this to 5, so the count equals to 2. Correct. So next, so for this another 2 5s are again the count will frequency of num2 is nothing but 5 5s. So total is 7 minus 5, so 7 minus 2 is 5, so the frequency of 5 is 2. So that's what we are going to append. So the same way, next for another, so total is 7 minus 2 again comes, again frequency of 5 is 2. So yeah, 6 got appended. Then for this 3, 7 minus 3 equals to 4. Okay, so why we have added this into a frequency, so that we can into a frequency counter, so that we avoid traversing through the loops again and again to add all this. We'll just get it in order of 1. So just having order of n space, we will be having time complexity of order of n, else order of n square, m cross n, whatever this, yeah, this is n, this is m. So n cross m, it will traverse. That's it. For again, for add operation, we will be performing at order of 1. But again, so okay, I will come to the time complexity part later. So now that's it. So the same it will come for this 3. For this 3 4s are there, so that will be it. So the count for this nums of array, it will be 9. So likewise, how many add operation comes, how many count operation comes, that will be keep on doing the same things again and again. So if you look into the time complexity for this, so we will be, whenever we are calling this count particularly, we will be traversing order of n, and we will be getting, okay, so for finding count, we will be traversing through the order of n. To add it to the array, so this will be again order of n plus m. Okay, again for frequency map, we will be traversing through order of n. Okay, for putting it to the frequency, again we will be traversing through the order of n, right? So next, for add operation, we will be updating to the frequency map, as well as we will be appending the index. So this will, let's assume updating the frequency map will be order of q, first operation 1. Okay, that is q1. Then for putting it to the frequency of operation 2. So this is what full time complexity. Space complexity is just order of n for storing the frequencies plus 2 arrays. So order of n plus m. So yeah, this is the time complexity and space complexity. I hope you guys I would have understood how we have came from order of n cross m time complexity to order of n plus space complexity, again order of n. So let's look into the solution here. So the same I have did, whatever I have explained you guys in the pseudocode. Here I am having the count. Even if you don't want, you can straight away have the count as well as, so it will be the same. There is no need of declaring it in a global variable, because every time the count will be differ. Yeah, that's it. So if you are adding, we are getting the previous whatever the frequency that got stored, and we are updating the nums of index, because that's what they have told here, right? At that particular enter adds value to the nums of index, which is nums of 2 index dot plus 4. That's what we are also doing here. So frequency map of previous value we are deleting. If the frequency comes 0, there is no need of having that key, so we are just deleting it, and we are just updating the current frequency. So the same here, num1 we are traversing, and num2 we are getting it from total minus num1, so that we are getting it from the frequency. If the key exists, it will return whatever the nums, if not, it will return 0. So that's it. So that we are appending to the count and returning the count. I hope you guys would have understood. Here let me know if something that you guys didn't have the clear explanation, I can improve better, or what something is missing that it could have explained better. Yeah, I hope you guys would have understood. Yeah, I'll be consistently posting the videos of Leetcode challenge, or if something other topics that you guys want to cover, like just post it on arrays based on specific topics. I'm happy to do that as well. Maybe I can try to post on Saturdays and Sundays those playlists if possible, whatever that can improve for your DSA interviews. You're happy to hear all those feedbacks in the comments. Please leave the feedback. Thanks for watching. If you like this video and my explanation, please do like, follow and subscribe. Thanks.